The goal was 10,000. We would be, surpassing all of our expectations. We could actually get 10,000 people in Hughes Stadium.
In front of the cameras, in front of the people, I said, we're gonna sell out 21,500 seats.
I said, that's another 10,000 seats, man. He's like, why stop there? He's like, this is Sacramento, we can do it. If we can do 10,000, we can do 20,000. And he leaves the room. I believe it was 13 hours before opening night, we had sold 21,000 seats to the inaugural match at Hughes Stadium. I mean, the tickets were out, but you're still not sure if people are gonna show up. And you come around the corner and you see that there's a line about 200 yards back going all the way to the parking garage.
It was a capacity crowd and it was huge. And what was most heartening about it was that it was just this complete cross-section of Sacramento.
I never imagined in my wildest dream that we would see over 20,000 people there at that first match. And not only did you just have 20,000 people who were there, but 20,000 fans who were very loud, who were very boisterous, being very Sacramento fan-like.
And all these people had passion for two things. Again, soccer, they had passion for Sacramento. They were one, and they were a community. No matter how different they would be outside the stadium, when they were inside, they were with their people.
Regardless of whatever your political beliefs are, whatever your religion is, whatever your background is, you're all here for the same thing. It's this atmosphere that's magical.
Everybody's in the stadium, almost everybody. And we're kind of preparing to bring the team out on the field, and you hear this like,
Every person in that facility that was there at the time stopped. Everyone just stopped, turned, looked, and said, holy crap. I think there was a lot of people that just didn't know how many people in this region love this sport.
You can tell people what being a supporter group is, but until they experience it, those words are kind of empty. And as soon as we were in that corner with our drums and singing our songs and waving our flags, people from around that stadium said, well, I want to be in that section. And then as the game went on, the section got bigger and bigger and it went further back. And I think that's when we really understood what we had in this community and with this culture and how passionate people are about soccer and how much they wanted to be a part of it.
They just kind of exuded the soul of what we were trying to do. And it was absolutely incredible.
I remember sort of going back and forth a little bit, both watching the game, but also just watching the crowd. And there it was, all the work, all the details, truly blood, sweat, and tears for a lot of people. And it was better than anybody expected.
The magnitude of those first games was beyond what any of us could have ever hoped for. Those games rival anything that I've seen in sports here in Sacramento because those games were really able to attract people and bring them together in a way that we'd seen a few times before.
We weren't trying to just be a sport. We weren't just trying to put the sport on the field. We were trying to create a movement. In our crest, we say that this is an indomitable city. Well, this is what indomitable means.
Of all the elements in the crest, the one that makes me tear up, the one that makes me want to run through a wall is the Urbs Indomita. Because that speaks to who we are.